Most people today treat church like it's optional. If they feel busy, tired, or just don't feel like going, they stay home. But if you're a Christian, Sunday isn't just another day, it's the Lord's day. God didn't create the church so we could ignore it. Christ founded a visible church, and from the very beginning, Christians gathered every Sunday to worship Him together. Acts chapter 20 verse 7 says, "On the first day of the week when we gathered together to break bread." The first Christians met on Sunday for worship and the breaking of bread, which Christians have always understood to include the Eucharist. Hebrews chapter 10 verse 24 to 25 also tells us, "Do not neglect to meet together, as in the habit of some, but encourage one another." Even in the first century, some people were skipping church. And also, going to church changes you spiritually. When you regularly worship God, you become more focused on Him instead of yourself. You hear His words, you pray more with other believers, and you are reminded that your purpose isn't just work, school, sports, money, etc. It's to know, love, and serve God. When people stop going to church, they often drift away from God little by little. Sin becomes easier to justify, prayer becomes less frequent, and faith slowly grows weaker. It usually doesn't happen overnight. It happens one missed Sunday at a time. Church also gives you accountability. You're surrounded by Christians who can encourage you when you're tempted and remind you of the truth. If you're Catholic or Orthodox, Sunday is even more important because it's when we receive the Eucharist, the body and blood of Christ. This isn't just a symbol to us, it's one of the greatest gifts Christ gave to His church. If you're Protestant, even if your church doesn't believe in real presence, gathering together to worship, pray, sing, hear Scripture preached, and encourage one another is still something God commands. Now, someone might say, I can worship God at home. Of course you can pray at home. You should pray at home, but the Bible never says private worship replaces gathering with the church. The first Christians did both. Jesus didn't leave us a Bible, He established a church and called believers to gather together. So if you're making excuses to skip church, ask yourself this: if God has given you one day each week to worship Him with people, why wouldn't you go? Your relationship with God is too important to treat Sunday like it's optional.